Hey guys, welcome back to Pickin' Roots and Shoots. I'm Kelly and this is my dining room, and today I want to show you all of the things that I just got in from my Azure Standard order for this month. All right, this is kind of a big haul for me. Typically, I try to add a little bit of everything each month, so not any one month is so big, but this month I just had a lot of things that I needed to get ordered, so I've got a lot of things on the table today. I have pulled a couple things off that I needed to go ahead and put in the refrigerator. We got this late on a Friday night, and I was actually getting the kids ready to go to their Halloween dance. So I took some pictures of them in front of the Azure truck in their costumes, and I will park those right here for you. Okay, so on the truck last month, I also got some of these potatoes, and they worked out really well for me. So I went ahead and picked up another big 50-pound bag of potatoes. So what I do with these is mostly canning them. These are the Yukon Gold, and I will pick it up for you and show you. Last time, so this is a pretty big package of potatoes, and I know it looks a little bit crazy, but I like to go ahead and can them. And then when I have to put a quick dinner on the table, all I have to do is get them out of the can and they are ready to go. So I know not everybody does a bunch of canning. These are Yukon Gold. They are not really known to be super long-term storage potatoes, but I definitely would recommend it for smaller portions because I like to get organic potatoes or really anything that's a root crop that's going to grow 100% in the soil. So these are, oh, let's see, just make some room. So they were really well packaged last time. I think this time, yeah, this will be way more manageable. So you have to look at their pricing. This was a 50-pound bag of the smaller bag potatoes. So for whatever reason, these were a little bit less this month. Last month I got them and they were all just loose in one big bag. But here I've got individually wrapped bags ready to go. And these are the gold potatoes. Yeah. And they're wrapped in 5-pound bags. So I think that's pretty convenient. Just move this all along. Oh, let's see what we have next here. Okay. So Azure likes to put a lot of different things in a box, so that can be a little bit confusing to actually, let me take a step back. I like to order bulk items from Azure every month. If you're not familiar with them, they are a kind of a truck delivery system. So they have a network all over the country, and they will load up an 18-wheeler and make a route close to your area. So you go online, you find a drop location that's close to you, and then once a month you can get items shipped with other people in your area, and it saves on shipping costs. So what they do is they put it all on a big pallet and they pull that pallet off at your shipping location, and then you sort out whose is what. So this is a box that was labeled with my name, but it's not actually whatever this says on the outside of the box. Frozen, definitely not a frozen box. But they are just going to put in all of my items that they can fit. And they're usually pretty well packaged and insulated so that nothing, terrible can happen in shipping. So let's see what I got. All right. So this probably isn't everybody's cup of tea. I've been making a ton of pasta sauce, and the pasta sauce recipe that I have been in love with lately actually calls for ground fennel. So I went ahead and bought an entire pound of it. It will last me for probably an eternity. I'll probably vacuum seal some and then keep it in my long-term storage for as long as I can, but I bet I will use up half of this year. So this is a 1-pound package. I feel like it was almost the same cost as like 2 of the regular small bottles for an organic fennel. Okay, so I got that. And then I needed to replenish my garlic supplies. So this is an organic granular garlic, nothing special. I just refill my container whenever I need it. I order another whole pound, and honestly, it never goes bad in our house. Oh, yay. I'm super excited about this. So this is the can opener from 4 jars. And I will insert a video here of me opening. I use it to open both my regular metal lids for canning. And the way that it goes over the edge of the lid, it doesn't damage the lid. Now, technically, all of your canning lids, you have one time to use them, and then you can't use them for pressure bathing or water bath canning, pressure canning or water bath canning for a second time. But you could use them to store spices on your countertop, or if you wanted to vacuum seal, a lot of people will vacuum seal like a 2-quart jar of their wheat berries or something like that, so that it kind of pulls the air out of it. It does make a seal, but it's not like I put something in a canning jar and canned it. So this is a way to keep those lids from getting damaged. And if you chose to reuse those lids, of course, that would be 100% up to you. But that's not something that's recommended by the manufacturers or the National Canning Center. But the other thing these work on is my Tatler lids. So those are like a plastic lid, which I know plastic is not my favorite, but then they have a rubber ring. So 2-part lid, and then you put your ring over the top of it, and those are reusable. So I have a lot of those lids. They're kind of hard to get off. They make not a better seal, a stronger seal, and it's just harder to get those off without damaging those rubber rings. So I'm excited because I think this was going to work on both of those different types of lids. And then I've been doing a lot of baking, and I keep having to get more and more. Actually, this is for canning the raw apple cider vinegar. I've been buying, the 32-ounce jars or the 64-ounce jars, and I finally just went for this big mama here, and hopefully it will last me quite a lot longer. So, again, organic apple cider vinegar, pretty standard. And I decided this month I was going to do the same thing for my olive oil. I've been baking, like I said, quite a lot, and I'm using a lot of olive oil in a bunch of different baking items in the kitchen. And so this will just get me a good, solid quality oil. I've always been really pleased with all of the Azure branded things. I think they do a really good job with their due diligence and trying to really make sure that they are bringing us quality products. So I feel a lot better about buying this organic olive oil than one at one of my local stores that I have here convenient for us. Okay, one box down. Oh, phew. Yeah. So here again, this says raspberries, not raspberries. I didn't get raspberries this time. I did get a bunch of other stuff though. Okay. So, I have been doing a lot of baking. Gosh, I feel like a broken record. I love the Redmond's real salt, but I decided this month I wanted to try some of the other salts that are available from Azure that are probably a really good quality and don't quite carry the price point that the Redmond salt does. So, just to see if I wanted to compare and contrast. So, I'll probably be doing a video on that. But I got the Himalayan pink salt, and this is a really coarse crystal. I can almost feel the difference through the bag. And if I shake it, they sound really large. So I don't want to open them right now, but I'll do a side by side comparison when I really get into using these. But I might use my spice grinder. I definitely think that this would be great in a brine or something where you boil the water first. And it might be nice to have it in these bigger chunks. I also grabbed a bag, and again, these are the smallest sizes. So if I don't know if I'm gonna like something, I often will buy the smallest size that they sell, and then once I get it home, I'll see if I really do. So this is their sea salt, so I decided to try that as part of this kinda head to head here, and you know what? I didn't get any more Redmond salt, so I don't know how I'm gonna do the head to head if I'm out. Oh, well, guess I'm going back to the store. I also grabbed a 5-pound bag of, I think they call it velvet. Yes, this is the Himalayan pink salt extra fine. So I have the really coarse grind, I have the extra fine, then I have their standard sea salt, and I'll get some more Redmonds. And that way we can kind of look at those side by side. And after I've had some time to cook with them, I can kind of tell you what my thoughts are. I'm running out of table space. Don't fall. Okay. This was a special treat. This is chocolate dipped golden berries. So I decided to try this after I tried the chocolate dipped bananas last time or the time before. I really liked them. I got another one this time of them. The kids kind of didn't because it's dark chocolate. So I was like, perfect. They will actually stay in the cabinet for more than 2 days. And they made it about a month and a half, and we really ended up liking them a lot. And that's why I decided to give these a try as well. Now, these are just chocolate. I don't think these are semi-sweet, so I have to hide these or they'll be gone in a day. But it's kind of a fun treat. We don't get this kind of thing very often. They're a little bit spendy. So again, I didn't buy very big packages, even though I'm pretty sure that we really like it. Just we don't need to have that much chocolate around. And then I needed more broccoli seeds for my seed sprouting. If you haven't tried sprouting seeds, it is I keep having to kind of backtrack on myself. It is the easiest way to grow your own vegetables. So, full stop. If you don't have a garden or you live in an apartment and you want to grow some of your own fresh eating foods, sprouts is the way to go. Broccoli, I feel like it was like 10 to 100 times more nutritious to eat the broccoli sprouts than to eat the entire broccoli head. So, these are really quick and easy. It's maybe like a 5-day process. And then if you can convince yourself to eat a quarter cup of it a day, it's better than eating like 10 cups of broccoli a day. So I really like having these around. They're a little bit spicy. It's not quite as spicy as like a radish seed would be, but it does have a little bit more kick than, your blander broccoli head that doesn't have as much kind of spicy feel to it. But we really like it. We use it in salads or wraps, or I will throw it on top of pizza. I pretty much throw it on anything that I'm eating in a soup. My kids don't go that far though. I pretty much, if I'm doing like a panini, they'll eat it or a wrap. Otherwise, they've had enough. All right. So I did grab ooh, Tetris here. It's just like my sewing room, guys. Nothing changes. I did grab another box of their pint jars. I have been canning and canning, and I'm down to like my last, I don't know, 6 jars or something. So I really like that when they ship these, because they ship these, they first of all, ship them in this box. So once I'm done with these for the year and I don't have as much food on the shelf, I have a box that I can put them away in and they will stack nicely. But these jars, you guys, these are really, really pretty jars. It says Azure Canning Co. on the front, and then it's kind of got this mountain picture on the back. I just really like it. I think that they're fun. Yeah, so I've been canning with a couple of their quartz jars so far this year, and they have canned side by side with all of my other jars. They have the same seal rate. I've been using the same lid, so I've been really pleased with them. And in fact, I got another box of their quartz lids as well. I did not get the lids or rings. I have tons of lids and rings, you guys. So I just decided on these to order the case without the lids and rings. If you order a lot of ball products, they all come with a lid and a ring, regardless of whether or not you need it. And I honestly don't need to store anything else in my house right now. Okay, so the last non-refrigerated item that I got, and I haven't had these before, uh, let's see, I ordered quite a few different varieties of pears this month, and they ended up being out of stock of a couple of them. I don't see I think these were the Asian pears, and I did get the juice grade. So my plan is to process these probably a lot like an applesauce and just kind of see how they turn out. I had hoped to get apples this month too, but they were out of stock, and that happens sometimes. It's just part of the nature of doing business and buying things in bulk like this. So I will go ahead and probably process most of these like applesauce. Let's get you guys close up so you can see what I got. So it's a pretty big box. It has a lot of weight, and there's definitely some imperfections in this because this, again, I believe was more of a juicing grade apple. I'll have to look back and see, but that is everything I got that I didn't have to refrigerate. Okay, so I bought a whole lot of cheese, like a whole lot of cheese. And as you can see, this one was in the refrigerator. That's exciting. And has already been cut into to starting to make use of. So we definitely like our cheese around here. I will take these and cut them into blocks and freeze them and shred some and freeze some. So it's not all going to sit in the refrigerator. We will not eat this in 1 month. This is a lot of cheese. So I'm definitely stocking up. This is the Colby Jack. I actually haven't ordered this one before, so this is a new one for us. So I will let you know next month what we think of it. But this one we absolutely love. So this is their raw, sharp, aged white cheddar cheese, and we love it. So it's actually a better buy if you buy 2 bricks. So I bought 2 bricks. This one's 5.28 pounds. This one's 5.19. So yes, I just bought over 10 pounds of aged white cheddar cheese. So I will probably leave one of these completely vacuum sealed, take the other one, slice it into chunks, and then keep that for fresh eating, shred some, freeze it, and then keep that for more of our plating. This is also the second time I bought this organic pepper jack. Really, really good. It freezes well. I have not shredded this one. I just cut it into chunks and froze it. And then when it thaws, the kids could slice it. It worked out perfectly. I am going to try to shred some of this time and see what we think, but definitely highly recommend this cheese as well. And last but not least, I finally got. I've been trying to order this cottage cheese for I think 2 or 3 months in a row that it didn't come in. I didn't think it was going to come in this month and finally did. Now, this is the low fat version. I actually had both versions in my cart just because I wanted to try it, but it's a cottage cheese with probiotics, organic, and everybody raves about it. So, definitely let you guys know what we think when we try it. I've even read that some people will take their extra containers, freeze the extra containers. I'm sure that affects the probiotics a little bit, but that gives you a little bit longer shelf life if you're not going to eat this much. And they do have some smaller options as well, but with 6 people, it's just nice to have it in bulk. I can freeze it. Hopefully that'll all work out, but I'll keep you posted. Okay, guys, and that's it for this month's haul. As you can see, I definitely bought a ton of stuff. My typical monthly orders are not quite this large, but I do like to kind of backfill my pantry as I'm running through things or as they're in season and they're on sale. So thanks so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It does help me out a ton. And until then, I will see you guys next time.